You know, I think there's a general truth about all spiritual practices, that if you look at the Christian spiritual tradition has been around a couple thousand years now, and it's full of examples of how any spiritual practice can get abused and misused and messed up and used against people, and service is certainly one of them. Service is a really core blessing. You can call it a discipline, but that word for whole lots of people has this kind of negative connotation, like you have to, and like you're going to lose something by doing it. When the truth is that a lot of times you give stuff away and find you got more than you started with, and that's not just some sort of mystical kind of weird thing invented in a hot tub in California somewhere during the 1960s. That's kind of structured into the nature of the universe. That's because the universe was created by a God who gives. That's sort of the heart of God, the character of God. And so it's aligning ourselves with God's character.
So when I was young, this is what I was taught. To whom much is given, much is expected. And so we're so rich that we should give stuff. And yet that was very difficult for me, because I felt very poor in spirit. So it was when I got introduced to the concept of recovery and recovery community, where I was taught sort of a different framework for service, and that we serve, in a sense, out of our poverty, not out of our overflow of all this good stuff that we're supposed to be grateful for, but we serve whether we're grateful or not, really, in a sense. That our act of service is an act of gratitude, and I don't necessarily have to feel grateful in order to know that the next right step is to serve.
There's this understanding in recovery, and I really think it's about a human process, but it's that you can't have it until you give it away. Right? So it's not about retaining love. Love and life is always relational. It's always towards the other. It's towards particularities. And service is this deep sense of saying, no longer do I have to take. No longer do I have to claim. No longer have to hoard. It's all given to me. And because of that, I can be in relationship with another person in a way that I'm not trying to figure out the outcome. I'm not trying to work a deal to get something. I can just be given. I can be given.
In my heart, I have a desire to be helpful. And service for me would be acting on that desire.
Helpful, like that sounds like neat. What does helpfulness have to do with salvation?
Well, I think helpfulness has a lot to do with salvation, in that carrying somebody else's burdens. I think Jesus talked about that a lot.
Where?
I think
it's in the Bible.
It's somewhere.
I want to read that.
Okay. But I think it's about being willing to carry the load for somebody else when maybe they're not capable of carrying it on that particular day, and then you know that someday that they're going to maybe help you carry yours.
Service is this vital link that it became a natural outcry of the contact with a higher power. It was something that I've got something. My glass is full. You know, I need to pour some out, and it was just a natural flow of things. So service is vital. Without giving away, I can't keep it.
And it's being distractible by the Spirit. It's the Good Samaritan. You know, everybody has a place to go, and you see people on the side of the road, and service is saying, "It's all been given. I can do this. This is where life is."